welcome Miss Stella to this amazing series, Stories of Difference. What can the world hear now to make a different choice? And my name is Mohnish Malhotra. I'm a Talk to the Entities certified facilitator. I am inviting a bunch of people to share what is different in their life after using the tools of Talk to the Entities, and what magic have they created, and what is this collaboration made possible for them and the world. So over to you, Miss Stella. Would you like to introduce yourself and share with us your brand?
So my name is Stella. I'm based in Brazil, and that's how I met you. You're a wonderful being, and we created something very incredible while you were in Brazil. And that's how the story begins for me, on how the tools of Talk to the Entities created something grander for my life, and all the while having a big adventure with you. So the first thing that you asked me, how did those tools change? And it really clicked me on how the tools and all the energy around the Talk to the Entities helped me see how much of a business person I am, and how much the Talk to the Entity tools allow me to talk and converse to the business much more than I thought that it was possible. Yeah, you sound surprised, but it might be, it took me a while to acknowledge it, but now when I look back, it was like, oh my God, that's what it did. And have all this clarity.
That is wonderful. I wanted to just interject one thing, because people think talking to entities is all about talking to just the spirits. But in actuality, what it does, it flips the switch where you're able to communicate with all energies that don't speak using the mind and the linear language. And you find yourself in a spot. Am I talking to this chair? Am I talking to my bank account? And here Miss Stella talking about, I thought she was going to talk about some ghost stories, but here she is talking about how she's become like a business tycoon now. She's become like better and like managing her finances and learning from her business, listening to the whispers. This is incredible. Thank you. Please.
And it was we started as talking to the entities, as the people that don't have a body, and I see how much we got together because we have this thing in common, this ability, and you mentored me all the way. And if it wasn't for you, I probably would have gone completely crazy, but in a bad crazy, not in the good crazy. Crazy cuckoo and not crazy good. And that's how I got close to you. I found you for an SOP session. Then I got into your gaggle, and then we created a business. Like I was part, I could contribute to your business, and it was very wonderful to learn from you how these tools can be put in place, and how can I be a contribution to you using this part of my awareness, and see everything develop as new possibilities came
Can I
up.
say one thing, Miss Stella? Sorry to interrupt you. I think what you just said was the most important thing, while you said a bunch of other important things. Was like you took your bad crazy and turned it into good crazy. I mean, of course, I've been there to hold your hand, and you have had access to these tools, but that is the choice you made. Like everything that's crazy, most people just struggle with their craziness. They think there's something wrong about it. But that is the exact spark of the difference everybody is, like you are. And you just took it and flipped it. And now you're using it to create your life and not to destroy your life. I'm incredibly grateful for that choice and that awareness that you had, and now you're implementing it. So, how cool is that?
Yeah, and observing you was really important to me, to see how you use the tools in your life, and see
I'm a tool.
see how
I'm such a tool.
Yeah, you're such a tool. You're such a big example for me. Um, because I watch you use the tools and I watch you develop class by class. Like the person that I met for the first class and then saw you after being new training, and then after relationships then different training, after you I saw you choose and choose and choose and choose and change and change and change and change. It was so inspiring. So you always inspired me to choose more, and when I was ready to choose, you were always uh, supporting me, coaching me onto how to use the tools
Cool.
so I could have ease in my changes as well.
Do you have more
So,
ease now?
hmm?
Do you have more ease now?
Oh no, I have such hardships. Oh no, such hardships. My life got so much worse.
So, do you make more money now or less?
Yes, I do make more money now.
Okay. Are you happier or sadder?
Yes. And when I get sad, I have like this toolbox with all sorts of processes, questions, and
Can I ask you something?
awarenesses.
Is entity clearing part of that toolbox when you feel sad?
Definitely. It's just like, is it mine? Is it something else? Is it entities? And there's so I have this wonderful toolbox that I developed through all my studying and seeing what works for me, but it also came from watching you having your toolbox. So it's wonderful to have wonderful people around so you can watch them, observe them, and really just like absorb the best in them. And of
And
course
now
that
you are, and now you are one such person that people can relate to and say, okay, here is Miss Stella, going from batshit crazy to good crazy now, and like more happy, having
yeah.
more money, having more joy, and most importantly, not losing herself when she feels sad. Now she has a toolbox. She actually gets to work. Okay, what is this sadness? What tool can I
Mm.
use from my toolbox? And what a gift that is, like becoming strong, becoming independent, and trusting in yourself. Okay, I can get through this. I've got my tools.
I've got some tools. And also there is like this bigger space of allowance in my world that didn't exist so much as of 1 year ago. If I look back 1 year ago and I look for what I am today, what I'm being today, there's so much more allowance. Allowance of what I perceive. And what I perceive is so much
I have
bigger
one more
than
question for you here. Do you hate yourself the same way, or do you hate yourself less, or you've stopped hating yourself completely?
I hate myself less. I hate myself less.
Because that is such an important aspect of people who choose something different. They're just like constantly judging themselves or hating, like, why am I so weird and things like that. And like, if you can get to that space where you can even see that, oh my God, I'm hating myself less. What else is possible there? I say, yeah, go find
Well,
out.
one of the tools that I learned is that why is not it's never a good question. So okay, so if I get I catch myself in a why loop in my head, why is this happening to me? That is not a good question. What question can I be like, what can I ask different, and how can I be grateful for whatever is happening? So like there is such a different place in my life that all started with a talk to the entities journey. It all started with a talk to the entities class, beginning class. And it was one acknowledging like a superpower that I have, which is talking to dead people. And then talking to dead people became like talking to business, being aware of different energies that are just sometimes cannot be explained, and having allowance of that, even though people say that can't exist or that you're weird and you don't fit in.
You're crazy. Come on.
Yeah.
You have to
And I
behave
think,
yourself. Be normal.
and the thing is, I guess the most different thing aspect of when I started the journey from talk to the entities to now is, I guess that I would say that when I started, I didn't want to have a body. I wasn't very happy with being alive and having a body. And now I have so much appreciation to my sweet little body and all these awarenesses. And wow, being alive is awesome.
I would agree with you. Well, thank you so much for your time and basically for your vulnerability, for sharing. It's not easy to kind of confess or even look at that. Oh my God, that's how it was. But I totally get it. I was in a similar spot. And today is not about my story. It's about you, the difference you were choosing, and what a gift that is to the rest of the world, and what a gift that is for other people who are in a similar situation or a place where it seems crazy or dark or even impossible, or where, you know, there's hope. What else is possible? Thank you,
There
Miss
is hope.
Stella. Thank you so much.
Thank you for today.